Imagine you wake up tomorrow and discover that something you've believed your entire life isn't true. Not an opinion, something fundamental about the world itself. How would you know? There are people who believe Earth is flat, that NASA fabricated images of Earth, that space is fake, that the moon landings never happened. Scientifically, the evidence against those claims is overwhelming. But that's not actually the interesting part. The interesting question is, why does the belief survive? Because underneath it is a much bigger suspicion. What if the people showing me reality aren't showing me reality? And that question is becoming much more interesting. Because once you question the sky, you can question everything. Take Tartaria. There's an internet theory that an advanced civilization existed before the history we're taught, until some catastrophe buried buildings, raised technology, and essentially reset civilization. Tartaria really has historical geographic term, but that doesn't establish a hidden advanced empire. And many supposedly mysterious buried buildings have ordinary explanations involving basements, construction, and changing street levels. But the interesting part isn't whether there was a mud flood or not. It's the question underneath it. What if the history we know isn't the whole story? And from there, the rabbit hole expands. Alternative chronologies, missing centuries, civilization resets. Suddenly, we've questioned Earth, space, history, even time. And then comes memory. The Mandela effect. You remember a movie line, logo, spelling, character with absolute certainty, I'm sure. Only then to discover it apparently never existed, well, at least that way. Sometimes thousands of people remember the same incorrect version as you. Human memory isn't a recording, I know. We reconstruct it, but the internet offered another explanation. Alternative realities, timeline shifts, CERN. There's no scientific evidence that CERN is shifting us between timelines, but CERN is real. The Large Hadron Collider is real, and there's a pattern there. A real thing plus a much bigger explanation. You see it after catastrophic fires, too. Someone sees a burned house beside standing trees, asks, is that possible? Then comes directed energy weapons. There's no credible evidence establishing that directed energy weapons caused the major wildfires attached to those theories. The image may be real, the anomaly may be real. The explanation may not be. Or just remember that, because now everything changes. We have AI. And this is where this stops being a tour through internet conspiracy theories, because technology has started making some of the underlying fears about technology possible. For decades, people claimed celebrities were replaced, politicians had body doubles, famous people were cloned. There's no credible evidence of governments secretly replacing public figures with clones, but today we can clone a voice, generate a face, manipulate video, create photographs of events that never happened, make somebody appear to say something, they never said. Imagine telling someone in 1995, one day you'll watch a video of the president speaking. And that video itself may not prove the president actually said it. They'd think you were a conspiracy theorist. Today, that technology, it suddenly is not an old question. It's really, is it them? Means something completely different now. And now zoom out. Because maybe it's not just people. Maybe it's the internet itself. Bots, AI accounts, AI images, AI videos, AI comments, synthetic personalities, AI talking to AI. There's even something called the dead internet theory. Its extreme claims aren't established, but the underlying shift is real. Synthetic content can be produced at an enormous scale, which means the internet's problem is changing. It used to be, can I find information? Now it's becoming, who made this? And even more importantly, where did it come from? Because watch what happens when someone posts a theory. The algorithm amplifies it. People react. AI summarizes it. Someone generates an image illustration off of it. The image gets reposted without context. Someone else discovers it and uses it as evidence. More videos get made. More AI summarizes more of the videos. And eventually, thousands of pieces of content appear to support the original claim, not because it was proven, because it was repeated. And now AI adds another problem. It can manufacture the evidence we're looking for. And that changes everything. So we need one very important distinction. Something can be strange without your explanation for it being correct. Deepfakes are real. That doesn't mean every strange celebrity video proves somebody was replaced. CERN is real. That doesn't mean CERN changed your childhood memories either. A photograph can be real. That doesn't mean its caption tells you what happened. And sometimes we genuinely don't know. That's allowed. That's an enormous difference between I don't know and therefore my explanation must be true. And skepticism is okay because it works both ways. Governments have lied, yes. Companies have hidden information and lied. Media organizations have gotten stories wrong and lied. Institutions make mistakes and lie. Absolutely question them. But if you demand extraordinary evidence from these entities, you should demand extraordinary evidence from the TikTok video, etc. as well. The real question is, what evidence would change my mind? Now look at where we just went. Flat Earth, big space, Tartaria, civilization resets, Mandela effects, CERN, directed energy weapons, celebrity replacements, the dead internet, AI. These theories sound completely unrelated, but underneath them is the same thing. Distrust. Distrust of institutions, media, technology, history, our memories, and eventually, reality itself. Maybe that is the real signal shift. See you all tomorrow.